Welcome to another episode on our channel. I have to give kudos out to the Big Bad Toy Store. They used a super duper heavy box and they packed this thing up like nothing I've seen before. There are no dings, there are no creases, nothing on this box. And what I like about this box is that it just has coolness written all over it. It's a CooModel. It kind of reminds me like of a book. No picture, no nothing, but it is very cool. Just the blue, dark blue box with gold on top of it in terms of print. Um, anyway, the best box I've seen in ages. This figure, I think you're going to be real shocked with how absolutely amazing it is. So we'll pause and open it up. So this was made by CooModel, which when they first came out, didn't know what to make of them. Their figures look pretty darn good, and ever since they've just gotten better over time. They are into ancient figures and or fantasy figures. This is part of the Nightmare series, Archbishop of Empire standard alloy version. So it opens like a shoebox. So that part's nice. No tape to worry about. And it is quite weighty. All right. Okay. Some general instructions. Oh, it comes in foam. I am so glad people are doing more and more of this stuff. Okay. So with the simple stuff first, let's get some hands out. We've got two black gloved relaxed hands. We've got ungloved relaxed hands. We've got gripping hands. And we have hands in the shape of a fist. So plenty of hand choices. Move those over to the side. And let's see what else we have. Wow. That's made of metal. That's like a cane or something he would hold. That weighs something. And okay, a couple skeletons. I kind of did my thing with this too on one of my figures. So kind of with a head wrap. It's all one piece. And a chain attached to it. And a ribbon with something written. And it looks like Latin. So there's one skull. And the second skull has a longer chain. And like and each one of these is like a wax stamp on it. But you place wax on it, and with a ring, you press it down to let people know who it was coming from. Ooh, okay, so this is an alternate head, it looks like. This guy looks ferocious. And he is weighing quite a bit. So He's metal. The one thing with CooModel is that, like, if they have, like a Viking I have, the chainmail is metal, all of it. It is quite impressive. So this next thing is going to be the most impressive piece. All right. So okay, so his armor is made out of metal. He's got cool boots on. He's got a red robe, and under that, a shorter white robe, or off-white, I should say, which is sleeved. He's got bracers on. He's got gripping hands on, and he's got these ribbons with, again, what looks to be Latin, perhaps, and stamps, wax stamps on the sides. He looks absolutely cool looking. And again, he weighs a ton. So, oh my gosh. And he's well proportioned in terms of standing. All right, so don't fall. I just said kind things about you. Let's see if there's a stand. Ooh, there is more stuff. Wow, that's a big stand. So it's a round stand, very big. Okay, there's the stand holder. That went in pretty good. And let me just show you a few more things and then I'll get them set up. I'm not exactly sure, other than kind of like a sickle, part of a sickle. That kind of is what it reminds me of. It's very heavy again, made out of metal. It's the same material as this. Whoops, as this. Very heavy. And oh wow. Again, made out of metal. A little sharp too. This one's sharp. Sharper. Yeah, so he has quite a few things in his arsenal here. Maybe too many choices in the end. And of course, a sword. The sheath is made out of metal. Wow. And so is the sword. Wow. Okay. He is loaded. I don't know what this is. I wonder if it's a hood. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. So it's a hood that can be put on. Wow, a lot of choices here. I don't know where to begin, but we'll pause and I'll put them together in a way that looks pleasing to me, and then we'll show them to you. So we'll be right back. We are back, and that took longer than I thought it would. My 2 cents is, if you want to put this hood on, use a flathead screwdriver and just tuck it in. Don't take the armor off. Once you take the armor off, it's a pain to get back on. You have to tie it underneath the arms. There's a belt in the back that holds them together. And there are little clips that you kind of hook this into with the top part of the armor in the front and the back. And lining that all up is going to be difficult. Don't even bother taking it apart. Just tuck everything in, and it'll work fine. But he's awesome looking. He kind of reminds me of Assassin's Creed, if you want that look. But I would always have him look like this myself. In terms of weapons, out of the weapons that you have choices of using, like this sickle or sai and this half sickle, I wouldn't use that if you were using this head. I would use maybe the mace, but I could be quite content with just using the sword in and of itself, not even having the mace. This is, again, very weighty, hard to hold up. I have it held up right now because it's leaning against his leg. Yeah, I could take or leave having this on him. It does look cool though, and it weighs a ton. The skeletons are cool as well. One, in terms of photographs, one would go in one hand and one is attached to the belt. So that has another cool look. This is actually, I thought it was Latin. It's Hungarian, of all things. So very interesting. But he is a cool looking guy. And what I didn't even know is underneath this written material, the mace here is metal as well. So everything here just is substantial. There even is a copper version of this, but that was a little more than what I wanted to pay for. So anyway, he's cool looking like this. If you wanted to go with a skeleton look, the alternate head, I did something like I said, similar to this. The one complaint I have about it is the face is too narrow compared to the actual head. It weighs a ton though. And the cool thing, the neat thing about it is that the jaw opens up and closes. It's kind of cool. If you were using this head, I'd be tempted to use the sickle or sai, half sai, because it really matches well together. The other piece that would match well would be this larger sickle or sai. So both of those would definitely work. I think I would be more into this one because it just has just a slightly darker bony look. So that would be cool. All right. So with that, we'll pause and get him on a turn tray so you can see him from all different sides. And then we'll get some close-ups of the guy. We are back, and let's go around and see him from all angles. He's really decked out. All right, we'll pause and get some tighter close-ups now. Go around one more time. All right, now let's get a really good tight close-up of his face. We'll just do side to side here. There you go. You hear me. Couldn't resist. Anyway, so two different heads, the skeleton head and human head. I prefer the human head. If you went with the skull, the silver weapons or grayish weapons would go best with him. As he stands right now is probably how I'll display him. Maybe I'll eliminate the mace, but here's one last look at our gentleman. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.